hustler of note as well.
There you have it, guys. She is the hustler of note, and believe her when she says that.
So there's always someone coming in.
There was a service provided
all the
somewhere.
time. Spiritual services. You know, naturally.
I know, right?
The Archaar with that thing.
Yes. The conversation I had with you made me order, remember? And I still said to you, but I don't eat Archaar. But I still bought.
You still bought.
And I kept coming back. So
I saw a bag of Archaar there. And it just struck me. I couldn't
Ignore it.
I couldn't ignore it. Who sells Archaar? Do you think I can?
it makes money.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're gonna come home carrying this big bag of mango.
My husband was defeated.
Not knowing that actually you are involved in this business.
Defeated.
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Nonhlanhla, and I hope you're going to enjoy your stay here, and we are going to enjoy yet another installment. If you've been here, thank you so much for coming back. I hope you will enjoy yet another installment. Now guys, we are bringing episode 2 of our series that is called Hustler's Corner, and I just want to express my gratitude. I'm so grateful for the feedback that I received from our previous episode, and also I wanted to note that where we are, there is a little bit of echo, and there might be also sounds around because I don't have a place where I am shooting, so I do find, you know, random spaces every now when we are shooting that would be convenient for me and the guest. So having said that, welcome, and I would like to welcome my guest for today. Welcome, thank you so much for making it. I really do appreciate, and I know that this is not once you press the camera on, people start being nervous. But welcome, and thank you so much for making the time. I'm just going to ask you to introduce yourself.
Hi, hello everybody. My name is Thapelo, and I live in Pretoria, Vulnerable South. I'm from Limpopo, the side of Provincedal, and I'm a full-time employee and a hustler of note as well. I'm a proud mother of 2 boys, and yeah, I'm a fighter.
There you have it, guys. She is the hustler of note, and believe her when she says that. I think before we get to the type of business that you are doing, I want you to sort of like tell us what inspires you on a day-to-day in terms of hustling and the small businesses, be it the one that you are doing or the ones that you have done before or the ones that you are thinking about. What really inspires you?
I actually grew up in a family of hustlers. If I should just mention a little bit, my father was a farmer, and he brought the farming home, and my mother was a vendor. So I grew up in an environment of small business, of working, physical labor, infused with intelligence, of course. So I was inspired because in my upbringing, though my parents were not so professional, but we always had something to eat. We had roof over our heads, and we were all brought up in a good environment. So I learned from an early age that if you have got 2 hands and a working brain, most definitely you're not gonna go to bed hungry.
Okay, that's a lovely story. I can already imagine when you grew up in an environment like that, like myself. I also grew up in that environment. My mom has always have something she's selling, and that's how I grew up as well. I've always have something that I am selling.
When I started realizing, I don't want to say when I opened my eyes, but when I started realizing what's happening around me, my mom was already selling food, was already having a tuck shop of some sort at home, and it has always been a busy family in my mother's house, because people were coming in for their services or people were coming in to buy something. And also my father was a very man of integrity and a man that fears the Lord. So he also had congregations at home, kind of a situation. So there's always someone coming in.
There was a service provided
all
somewhere.
the time. nurturing services,
That's nice.
selling and buying of some things going on there. I'm also coming from a very big family, so yeah, it's a full package. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so today, guys, the lady that I'm sitting with currently sells Archaar. I know, right?
The Archaar with that thing.
Yes. She's currently selling Archaar, and I think one of the things that stood up, I remember the first time I saw you, one of the things that stood up is how confident and how upfront and upcoming you were with me and the Archaar. And I promise you, I'm not someone who eats Archaar, because obviously I'm from KZN. In KZN, we don't know Archaar. The first time I saw it was here. But that day, the conversation I had with you made me order, remember? And I still said to you, but I don't eat Archaar. But I still bought.
You still bought.
And I kept coming back. So I just want to find out specifically what inspired you or what led to you starting the business of Archaar and all the things that you could have started.
It could have been anything, honestly. What happened to me, it was just after COVID, and we found ourselves as a family. My husband lost his job around about that time, and we were stranded. I know our day-to-day lives were affected negatively because of loss of the income from my husband's side. So one time I had visited my sister, like I said, I'm coming from a family of hustlers. My sister's got a tuck shop next to her house. And as we were sitting there going about our things, I saw a bag of Archaar there. And it just struck me. I couldn't move over. I couldn't ignore it. And I'm like, what is this bag doing here? Like, how can this really be Archaar in such a big bag? It was a 50 kg of Archaar just sitting there. I think it was inventory, nearly stock. So I'm asking her, like, my sister, tell me about this thing. What are you gonna do with this thing? I was not thinking too much into it in that time. So she said to me, no, that's Archaar. I'm gonna prepare it for selling in my tuck shop. I'm asking her, how much do you make out of this thing? Because it didn't make sense, and it was for the first time for me. So seeing Archaar that was not prepared, like raw Archaar, a raw bag of mango, green mango. So I'm asking her, how are you going to do this thing? What do you do? And she explained to me, no, it's not difficult. I just add 1 to 3 spices and then oil, and I package it, voila, I sell. So I thought to myself, okay, how much do you make out of this? How much do you buy it for? Do you make profit out of it? And then she told me how much is the bag of Archaar. In that time, it was about 600 rand for a 50 kg bag of mango, where she bought it from. And she mentioned then I need to have so much of oil, I need to have spices, I need to have packaging.
Oh, like a recipe.
Yes,
okay.
And all in all, it could amount to maybe 1,000, 1,200 for a final product. And then depending then on marketing and consumption, different pack sizes, playing around the final product, then the profit will probably vary. How much effort also you put into it will give you the turnaround time.
Yeah.
So if you're selling it slowly, you make your money very slowly, then it doesn't look like a lot. Okay. But if you're selling it quicker, then you quickly make your profit quickly, then it becomes significant. Okay. So I thought, oh, okay. Who sells Archaar? Do you think I can?
It makes money.
Yeah. You know, I'm working from, I'm a professional. So do you think I can sell Archaar? Because I thought it was for street vendors or something like that. Then she said to me, no, everybody is Archaar. You can sell Archaar if you want. And the next thing, without consultation with my husband or family, I asked
don't tell me you're gonna come home carrying this big bag of mango.
And I was only visiting for a weekend.
There by your sister.
Cut the long story short, mommy comes back home with a 50 kg of raw mango. Archaar.
Oh goodness.
Like Archaar. When I remember vividly when I came back home, my kids were shocked. My husband was defeated.
Not knowing that actually you are involved in
it was defeated. You know, one of the most fears I could see in their eyes, they never thought I would come back with something like that. And I just did, and I couldn't explain it. And it never crossed their minds. We never spoke about it. We were like, what is this? And they asked me, Mama, what is this?
What are we gonna do with it?
What are we gonna do with it? Who's gonna do it? Hey, what's going on? Are you taking it somewhere? No.
So now you have this whatever cages of the raw thing that is in your house. Like, where do you start making it? Where do you find content? Like, now you have it here. It's almost like I want to sell magwinya and I've got flour.
Yeah.
So where do you go now from here? You take this thing, you sleep, and then
Exactly. I brought it home, and now it's sitting there in the morning when I wake up. It's looking at me. And I knew if I don't put pressure on myself by bringing it home, I wasn't gonna start.
Yeah.
So a little bit of pressure was needed because I had a bigger pressure on me. So I looked at this thing, day one passed, I didn't know what to do with it. And then day two, I'm looking at it, I'm like, no, I must do something about this. But I didn't know where to start. I have learned in a humbling situation that until you seek help, until you ask, until you become proactive and approach people that are doing what you want to do, you are never going to know it all. I didn't know. I knew I'm a lover of Archaar. I knew people do eat Archaar. I knew the market was huge. I knew the consumption was huge, not regulated, not evaluated. Nobody knows exactly how much of economy actually this particular product Archaar contributes to the economy. Nobody really
because
knows.
it's not regulated.
It's not, you know, and it's a homemade something a lot of times. So I was just shooting in. All I knew is that if I do it nice, my likers will buy. People that love it like I do would buy it. So, and I also knew that a lot of times I don't get that particular taste in the stores. I would get it at the streets. So I was targeting people that loves Archaar like I do. I was driven by lack of petty cash. In the house I did not have money for everyday bread. And, you know. So I asked people, I went to the corner and then I bought one small one, and then I asked that guy at the corner there, I want this particular flavor. And then I saw this guy having the ingredients here. Like the garlic was here, the chili was here, and then he mixed it there in front of me, and I thought, oh, okay. So much it's not a rocket science. Fine. But then I tasted it, I didn't know how to go about it. And then I had to go into a bit of a research. So I went into Facebook, and then I checked how are the people selling it, what is the market value, what containers do they use, how much are they charging it, who are they selling to, does it always have to be in a corner, can I courier, can I do what, and what size of a business do you vent into, the wholesaling, the retailing, the ingredients or the what, all those things. And the suppliers, where do I get suppliers of packaging, suppliers for labeling, suppliers for oil, so there and there I'm picking up bits and pieces until I traced it back to the source. Where they're selling the spices, and then I made contacts, I made calls. Do you have spices for Archaar? They're like, yes. I found one person who's selling spices. And then I called again for packaging. Are you selling packaging? For the contacts that I get on the marketplace, on Facebook, and then I made a follow-up. I went to those places, and then voila. There is another world.
But now the Archaar is here, the spices are here, it's packaged, it's nicely whatever. Where do you even begin to sell? How do you now market?
Now I've got this Archaar, I don't know where to start with the spices. I've asked where I bought spices, they gave me measures. If you're doing 20 kg, 10 kg, you use 1 teaspoon each, or a tablespoon each. So I find until I found my flavor there. And then I made my first batch. It was like 10 kg that I did not know who
you gonna sell it to
was going to buy. All I knew is that should it go bad, I will redistribute to the family.
At least you still had the family to enjoy it.
Then the family would enjoy it. I would have tried. But what I did, same place where I found information, and then I posted. I took pictures. It was 3 containers. 3 containers of 1 kg, and I think about 2 small containers for 10 rand, like the 90 gram one, yes, and something like that. And I put it in my kitchen, in my small kitchen, and then I'm taking pictures. Now I know how much are they charging from the marketplace on Facebook, and then I posted on my status, you know, and with a leap of faith, I just posted, guys, here's Archaar, goes for this much. Let's try it. Wow,
people are buying. But now also I want to follow up. Now that you are posting on your statuses and you are a professional, there's people from home that thought you had everything figured out. Especially I think if you are married, you are in Pretoria, there is a certain perception that people create. There is a community, like from church, from work, from back home, people you went to school with. So now all these people, not everyone is going to understand where you are coming from. How do you then now deal with people that are like, hey, we Thapelo. How do you deal with all this negativity that comes with it? Also, because we are still in a stage where you are also testing this thing, you don't know if it's gonna sell. How do you deal with that negativity?
As for negativity, I have been through a lot of negativity. It doesn't shake me anymore. I have been selling, like I'm saying, from a very young age. I have dealt with customers' rudeness and customers appreciating you. So it's very important for you to know that you're going to receive both ends of the stick. There are people that are going to criticize you. There are people that are going to laugh at you. There are people that are going to talk about you behind your back. There are people that are going to hate you even for trying. But there are people that will just buy from you simply because it's you selling. Not even about the product, but because it's you selling.
That's true.
So I chose to look at the better side of things. That even if people may judge, because now it looks like a humble business.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
It looks like dirty work.
Yes.
It looks
like you've hit rock bottom.
It looks like nobody would want to do it like that. It looks like when someone is doing that, they don't have plan B. Well, honestly, in that time, I did not have plan B. And that was an option. So I thought to myself, money doesn't have color.
That's so powerful.
Whether 10 rand is via an EFT, whether I'm gonna get it from the streets, it's the same money that will put bread on my table. So I really don't care where it comes from. If I have to stand by the corner and sell, I will do that.
For your kids to eat.
For as long as I would come back home with a certain amount of money that will make me through, just like somebody who would get paid at the end of the month and they've got money throughout. The difference is that I have to humble myself and show myself up to everyone to judge if they want to, but also to appreciate. So I was like, no, I'm gonna do it regardless of negativity. I'm gonna do it regardless of what people would think or say, as they are thinking and wondering, can they just buy, please?
I would think that some people just buy because it's you, not because of the Archaar. Because why did I buy your Archaar? Such a big box.
At that moment, I did not care.
As long as
you're
you buy
buying
the
because it's me. You're buying because you're wondering. You're buying because you love the Archaar.
And because you are seeing this lady who is so convinced.
I thought to myself, give me the money. I will give you this thing and go. And just go. You will eat it. You will like it if you like it. And I'm here tomorrow.
You know, there's someone who said to me late last year or early this year. She said to me, you must never underestimate the power of small money. Never underestimate the power of small money. And like I said in my previous episode, that money is the same, guys. It doesn't matter as long you didn't commit crime, as long you didn't go against your principle. Honestly, money is the same.
Money is the same.
You know, when we are standing there by checkers, nobody asks you where the money is coming. Money is the same. So that statement changed me, and it helped me to understand that, especially small businesses, you might be selling something for 10 rand, but there is no 100 rand without the 10 rand.
Yes. You never get to many steps without taking the first step.
100%.
So for me, I remember I cannot ignore the first sale I made of Archaar.
Sure.
To this date, I cannot move from that point, because I remember I started selling 40 bucks. It's now 60 rand for a kg. The first time I sold this thing, I had 80 rand. I sold 2 tabs from my acquaintances on my status. They ordered and then I gave it to them. Then I had 80 rand. After having that 80 rand, I was paid hard cash from these customers. I went straight to the shop to buy bread and milk for the day.
Imagine.
And the fulfillment.
I think small business also gives you that fulfillment.
The fulfillment.
Yeah. I think for most of us, it's about the fulfillment that you get.
And the hope.
Yes.
That today I managed to buy bread. Then it means tomorrow if I sell again, I'll be able to buy bread again.
Sure.
You know? And that kept me going. And then before I knew it, I remember in a week or so, I could buy scarf things for school, you know?
Yes.
Lunchbox, shenanigans.
Yes.
For the whole week. Then I bought out of Archaar. Out of profit, I mean. And I'm like, wow.
There's something there.
So this is working. So bit by bit, I built on that. And then I made sure that I deliver good quality Archaar. The Archaar I was looking for in the stores that I could not find. Guys, my Archaar has got that thing that you're looking
Archaar
for.
with that thing.
Has got that thing that you're looking for in an Archaar. In an Archaar, it's got that thing. So I tasted it and I knew it was gonna work. And I knew it's not in the stores. So I trusted my street market because I knew for sure this is what we're looking for in an Archaar. And voila.
There we have.
We've got it.
So let's fast forward a bit now from you selling to one customers, from your status, from people you know, then now it goes out there. Where are you guys now in few years after, a few months after? Who are you now selling to? Now the business is growing. You are now, pushing other words that you never thought you would.
God has been good. It was in 2021 when I started with 1 or 2 customers, hand-to-hand kind of marketing. But what I did, I asked for the people that have bought, I have asked them to recommend and rate my Archaar. If you love it, recommend it. If you love it, please repost my flyer on your status. If you love it, please tell someone about it. So they did. How? Suddenly when I'm looking at my status myself, I see my contacts. 3, 4, 5 people on my status updates, they're advertising the Archaar. And suddenly somebody who has bought one now has got 3 people who also want from them. And then someone, so that's how I started with redistribution.
That was also the power of networking.
The power of networking, the power of word of mouth.
Networking is not only when we go to these high events. Networking is you sharing with me, I'm sharing with my 5 people, those 5 people share with other 10 people. That's networking.
And then what I realized also, my contacts have advertised this Archaar to their contacts, and their contacts are actually small business owners as well, but maybe selling fragrances, selling other goods, that is not Archaar, and they also selling on their statuses. Now the chain is becoming bigger, and then suddenly, oh wow, I'm sitting here and I'm going through 50 kg in a day.
In a day?
Wow.
From selling those 2 tabs?
I'm selling 2 tabs, and I'm like, now, okay, 1, 5 here, 10 there, 5 there. Then I started, establishing resellers and selling points. Like I have got somebody in Mamelodi, got someone in maybe in Hammanskraal, and I've got someone there, and then I advertise them in return, so I don't have to do one-on-one anymore.
Oh,
I redirect the market.
Yes, so so they get from you. Now you advertising that if you want the smaller, you can get from this.
You know,
that's
so
nice.
I'm like, okay, guys, if you are in Hammanskraal,
we have a distributor now.
This is where you're gonna get the Archaar with that thing in Hammanskraal.
Sure.
If you are in Mamelodi, this is where you're gonna get the Archaar with that thing in Mamelodi. And so it's Soshanguve, so it's Pretoria CBD, you know. And then the pressure from me for doing one-on-one was alleviated.
And also, I feel like once you have the distributors now, there is a certain quantity that you can expect, because now the guy is looking for 10 kgs.
Yeah.
Guy in Mamelodi is looking for another 10
now
kgs.
Now we're stabilizing.
Machampura now are coming in.
That's the budget.
And now I can imagine, because now this thing is growing and you are working on the other side. Even though I know that the family, like you said, the kids are involved, the husband is running it. But now how do you try and balance the two as well?
It's very important to have a healthy environment. With me, I was blessed with that. My husband, though he was not working, but he was not also negative around it.
Yes.
So he was very supportive.
Sure.
So I could think about all these things, but when it comes to physical working, when it comes to the hard labor, when it comes to the mixing, to the packaging, you know, to distribution, then he has taken it on.
Yes.
And then I would be the nice lady and do the marketing. And call these people, you know, and then he will also get orders from his side and things like that. And then my kids, when they're home, and then I will call them, hey, you know what, I'm running late from work. Please, we're going to need to make 20 kgs. Can you please weigh out the spices for me? And then my kids know already. Do. And then they're making the batches, you know, the spices for the batches. And then when I get home, fine. The oil is colored, I've got red oil, I've got spices done by my kids.
Sure.
And then daddy will probably come in then and do the mixing. And
you know, when we explained the hard labor, I couldn't believe it.
No, it's very demanding. You're not ready, you're not gonna crack it.
Nah.
You need support.
Yeah, so it's really hard labor as well.
It is physical. It's
It's
very
physical.
because now you're gonna go through 50, 100 kgs at a go.
Yes.
I mean, you must be, and I'm not that.
When are you are meant for going out there and market?
So I will wave and smile and sell and fine.
And the ideas.
Yes, but I do have manpower, which is family behind.
Yes.
Because the kids are in school, and so they will do the soft labor, and then daddy would probably do the mixing and the lifting.
Yes.
You know, taking things to the car and up down,
Yeah.
oils coming 20 liters of oil.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes because of our society, we live in an environment where we get paid month end, at 15. So in those days, I get a lot of pressure with the orders and deliveries. So we need to do a bulk at a go, so it can be costly.
Okay.
So I really appreciate him for that. And
the kids.
yeah, they did not believe that they would be able to live with Archaar, and they thought it was going to smell.
I always hear that Archaar smells, and if you eat a lot of it, actually it comes off your pores.
Come on.
It's not true.
I know. I've had it for long. I thought at some point I was going to stop eating Archaar. I loved it. I loved it, and I looked for a specific taste that I couldn't get, a specific flavor that I could not get. And I thought, because now I'm doing it myself,
You might be over it.
yeah, I might be overwhelmed. I mean, I'm preparing it from scratch.
Yeah.
To this date,
You still eat Archaar.
I still eat Archaar.
But the one with that thing.
You know that thing in that Archaar? I won't smell. People will be complaining like armpits and what.
I
know.
There's nothing like that.
Not with me. I haven't had complaints with customers. Well, I didn't get that. I don't get that myself.
Yeah,
So
someone who consumes it as well.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I know about that. I really know about that. When I started, people were asking, "Will it make my armpits smell?" I'm like, hey guys.
Oh my goodness. So what are your future plans for the business? If money was not a problem, if there was nothing that could stand, where do you see it and where do you guys want it to go?
For now, we live in the city. So number one, logistics is a problem, space is a problem. Space is a luxury in the city. I would love to be able to get space. Actually, space I think I can have, but more of machinery. Like the mixers.
Yes.
Because now we mix in big quantities. The dispenser. Because now I'm using a scale. I'm using food scale on the table
for you to do
to
the
weigh
1 kg,
out.
90.
Yeah, 1 kg, 250 grams, 90 grams. I need to weigh them out all the time. And then I would love to have a dispenser that I can just maybe set to 1 kg to 2 kg. Bigger machinery and mixers and so forth, I would be able to produce more. And it would be delightful to be able to afford our community at large, the Archaar with a thing, because I know they cannot find it anywhere else except on my brand, that particular flavor thing. So hopefully also be able to venture into chain stores like proper retail and have it on the shelves on a bigger scale like that, even if it's just in the community for now, like Saving Pretoria, but I would love my community to be able to get it in the shops where they usually buy their day-to-day groceries. Yes. So that is my almost
what you need.
Yes, what I need. It's a plug.
Would you be open for partnerships? If there's someone who's saying I can partner with you and fund the business with machinery or those types of things, or you are looking for just investment funding?
I have learned in my line of duty, you're not gonna go far without partnership.
Very powerful.
You are not gonna go far.
And I think that's one thing that is killing most of our small businesses.
Yes.
We don't want to partner.
No. I am open to partnership. I would love to partner actually. I think I have reached the market that I have reached through partnership.
Sure.
So far, which is my redistributors.
Sure.
You understand? And also the stores that have given me space. That is partnership. We negotiate these things. So I am keen on partnership.
Okay. And currently, for someone who's really now sold to this, would love to taste this Archaar with a thing, which shops around Pretoria can they access, other than obviously they can access through you? And I'm gonna leave her details on the screen and in the description box in case you want to order in bulk, or in case you just want to order your small tab so that you can test. But for people that can they randomly walk anywhere in Pretoria and access it in garage or?
Currently I'm selling my hood, which is Vulnerable South. I do sell in Lifestyle Vulnerable South.
Inside the mall?
Inside the shop. It's a shopping center. It's a small shopping center.
Oh, you have a table, a stall?
I don't have a stall. You'll find it by the daily or by the pickles on the shelf.
Oh, inside which shop is this?
It's Lifestyle.
It's called Lifestyle.
It's called
okay, the name of the shop is Lifestyle. It's based in Vulnerable
South.
Okay.
Shopping complex.
Okay.
You would also find it by Total Garage Vulnerable.
Okay.
In Steve Biko. So that is where a bulk of everybody, the walk-ins, can probably get it there. Okay. Otherwise, I do have redistributors across town. So yeah, shout if you need one. I would be able to refer to someone near you who would be able to serve.
Okay.
Or where you can quickly just order from them if it's a walking distance. But as in the space of a shop, I'm selling now at Lifestyle Vulnerable South, and also the garage next to them, which is Total Garage. In future, when I have got better capacity, maybe I'll be able to venture into more stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, guys, I bring these videos to you so that we can support one another, so that we can encourage one another. So if there is a way that you can support a business, if there is a way maybe you were also looking at something that you can do, but you were not sure how to go about it, there is an opportunity. There is someone that can sell for you to go and resell. So an opportunity. We are doing this mainly so that we can support one another. We can also encourage one another. And sometimes when we are listening to someone's story, then that's when some of the ideas they pop up into your head. Then you can also give birth to a new idea, but that was coming from listening to some of these videos. So before we close, I just want to ask you if there's anything that you can say to someone that is sitting at home and thinking, maybe they lost their income or their salary is not enough and they've been thinking about business but they don't really know. They will also, this thing of it's small money, how can I live off Archaar? Archaar is only from 10 rand. How can I live off Uber, you are delivering food, it's just 25 rand, 18 rand per kilometer. How can I live off doing people's makeup, it's like 250 and it's done once a month? What would you say to someone that really needs a breakthrough but at this point they can't find a job or their job doesn't pay them enough?
I love reading books as well. Some of the inspiration or some of tactics I would get from reading books. I have read Dr. Meti's book, Multiple Strips of Income. So for your business to succeed, you need to serve a need. You need to close a gap for somebody. You need to render services. Then you will close a gap. If it's already an existing business, then you have to up your game in terms of your services that you offer. Because people will buy convenience more than they buy the product, number one. So if you do have hands, if you can think, then you do need to identify a need around you. And then you serve on that need. And then you're going to be able to be successful. What I have noticed with myself is that people do need this particular taste that I also needed. So I filled in the gap.
There was a lot of Archaars.
There was a lot of Archaar.
There was this specific one that was
not there. And I would buy it from the other corner and I would buy it from the other corner. I would always miss. So I knew if I can serve this need of mine, most probably someone else was looking for the same. So that goes to any other services that you can render. If you know how to do the hair, if you know how to do the nails, and then maybe time is a problem. For example, we want to always look good with our nails and blah blah, but we are not able to get to the
places.
So you need to identify the gap, the need, close the gap with your hands, with your brains. Look, research, partner, ask, and then you're probably going to be fine. It doesn't matter what business you want to do. Just identify the need, be in a position to close the gap.
And also, to talk about what you are saying, it could be that there's a lot of people that are selling the same thing that you are thinking of, but you need to still find something that is missing in what is already considered as a lot in the market. That is actually very powerful. And I think that's why I always say to people, don't tell me about competition, that there's a lot of people, the market is full. It's not full until you are there. And I always say that go to Checkers and look at, guys, just excuse me, I love Checkers, so I always make it, I don't know why. If you go to Checkers and you go to the bakery side, there is a lot of brands that are there. Bread, how many brands do you find? But everyone is there. Everyone is there. And the other thing I always say is that the first step in terms of looking at what can you do as a small business is to look at your strength, look at what you are good at, what you are interested in as a person. So that it can also come natural, right?
I'm a foodie.
For the fact that you knew the different taste of Archaar, the fact that you could already see that there is something that is missing. Yes, in these Archaars, so it could be anything. But something that you are genuinely interested in, and that you are also willing to go out there and
serve
and get also more information and offer to people. And also, you can't be selling Archaar and you don't eat Archaar. You know what I mean? So it should be something that is also of interest to you, that comes natural to you.
So it does not feel like a burden. And also, you don't. Sometimes I get tired. My mother I'm working, and I still sell. I do have life that's happening also around us all the time, and sometimes you feel tired. But in a business that you love, the business will wake you up in the morning and push you to go and work.
That's true.
As tired as I would be, and then I'm getting a call. We are out.
We need refill here.
We need a refill.
In my next meet, I need that Archaar.
And I'm sitting there, and then the customers are sending me their meals
Without
I say, we cannot. So in that manner, I'm like, I'm not going to let these people down. As tired as I am, I'm tired now. I'm going to do it for them.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I will do it with the full energy. I will have rested, but I'm not going to compromise my business. So you need to be able to stand up, regardless of how you feel, and fight for it.
So it's also not about how you feel.
It's not about how you feel. At some point, I also have learned it's not only about what I like about my business, it's about the satisfaction that comes from the end consumer. I remember there was a guy who challenged me of new flavors out of what I'm doing, and now I'm scratching my head. I'm like, yeah, this I'm gonna try. But I watch this place.
Oh man, I am so grateful to have met you, honestly. I'm so grateful to have met you. I think, yeah, I'm looking forward to more and more from our relationship. And I'm really grateful that you made the time to come and sit here with us. And by the way, I was supposed to ask you to bring me one. I forgot, but I really do appreciate. And you guys, there you have it. I hope that the video was informative, it was encouraging, and it was also fun. I will see you guys when on my next video, which will be next week in about 7 days time. Bye guys.